Hi there guys, welcome to another Let's Play with me, Respawn Rossco, playing you through a bit of Assassin's Creed Unity. If you've not been onto mygameslounge.com and seen all the Assassin's Creed articles we've had out today, we've had a huge special on them. It was all to do with the release of Assassin's Creed Unity, so there's our official review, both video review and written review. The video review takes a hell of a lot longer than the written one, I can tell you. We've also had some special writers doing some stuff for us, so we've had Gav and Dave and myself looking at the Brotherhood, the guys and their experience of Assassin's Creed. We've also had a new member called Kate who's done some writing for us on her Assassin's Creed take, along with Kat, who's been a member for a while, and she's done her take on Assassin's Creed series as well. So we've got the Brotherhood special article and the Sisterhood special article, so you can see it from both perspectives. If you want to have a look at those, they're over on mygameslounge.com. Here, what's playing out at the moment is, as you can see, I'm doing the typical leaping over buildings, but as you can see, the flashing lights and the darkness that's coming behind me is some broken code. What happens during the play of the game is you don't spend that much time in the Animus or in the real future. What tends to happen is the system will try and find you. So basically it's like a hack on the system, and you have to escape quickly through what they call a bridge, and this is one of those sequences. This was my favourite sequence in the game, really, of this type. There were a few of them, and they were all quite good and add a bit of depth to something that could become maybe perhaps a bit samey. It was a nice way to break it up rather than going into a future that you don't care about, in my personal opinion. But as you can see, this is a bridge. I have to go through the sewers and get through and skip through all the different places, climb up different artifacts. But this one was cool, and it was trailered actually. They teased this one out there a little bit. This is the one where, if you just wait for him to close this grate, you will see occupied France, occupied Paris in 1944 there, with some very nasty German fighter planes ready to come and kill me as I try and scale the Eiffel Tower, which is really cool. I mean, one thing about setting these things back in the past is obviously certain monuments don't exist, so it was a really good way of actually getting in the Eiffel Tower into this game. So as you can see, I'm just climbing up and trying to avoid the searchlight there. These happen, they don't happen very often. I was talking to a member called Neil who said he wasn't sure about them and they might break it up, but to be honest, the story is a good 15-16 hours long, and bear in mind I only got the game on Saturday lunchtime, so I've had to really rush it to get through the main story and loads of other content in the time frame I had to get the review out by today at 5 PM. So it's got an absolute load of content, loads of things to do, and these things, to me, it's just like a nice little break, a little bit of fun, something like a mini game. But it might not be for you, but if it's not, you only have to do it a few times. As I said, there's 3 of them throughout the game. So as you can see at the moment, I'm just trying to get to a certain point. The ghost effect is the fact that you're actually in broken code, so the actual people here can't do you any damage or see you or anything. You don't have to stay in cover, but you do have to stay in cover when the airplanes start attacking, which is really cool. So as far as the game itself goes, I've got just a few comments to add. I did a very professional video review, and as I said earlier, it takes so long. I didn't realise, whenever I plan one, I never realise how long it's going to take, because you need like 2 to 3 hours worth of footage just to make one video review. It's ridiculous. And plus I could talk like this for ages, just, you know, casually talking, but the professional tone on the video review is a little bit more difficult to do, so it does take a while. But I did mention that there were some frame rate dips in the game, and there are some bugs, and there's going to be a video going out at some point tomorrow just to illustrate how funny those bugs can be. But I saw a few comments somewhere to say, oh, the game's unplayable this, unplayable that. I was just looking at some of the people that have zeroed it on, you know, other sites and such, give it a nice fat 0, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, it's unplayable because of the frame rate dips. I can assure you it is not unplayable. I played it all the way through. The issue is, I mean, as you go a little bit quick, the engine is trying to keep up to you. It's obviously constantly loading, and I think what's happening is it's not loading far enough in front of you for you to actually not notice that it's loading. So it seems like the kind of thing. It's just like the depth, the depth of field and the depth of textures. I think they haven't quite got the balance of that right as they've been making the game and as they've been getting the code ready to go out. So it's something that, yeah, I've marked the review down for it, of course, and it's something Ubisoft should have picked up on before they released it. But this is the way of games now. We've got a deadline to get it out for. We get it out, and then if there's something wrong with it, we patch it as we go. So here we go. This is the time rift opening up above me, and what I've got to try and do is make my way up to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Oh yeah, I think I nearly killed myself then. That's another thing that bugged me occasionally about the game. Sometimes you want him to do a certain thing and he won't. He'll just jump off something or splat you to the ground. I thought I was heading straight for the bottom of the Eiffel Tower then. But yeah, you can use these nice zips. These are quite cool to zip you up, and just scale it up and try and avoid the kind of fire, the laser burst, or the things attacking you from the sky. But anyway, just back to what I was saying about the game, it's definitely not unplayable. It is a lot of fun. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan, you're going to love it. The co-op play brings something new to the experience. It's obviously, being on the new consoles, you do expect them to be a little bit of a learning curve for them, as it were, with the new engine and such. But I think they've done a very decent job. I do, and I think the story mode, for me personally, a few people have said on the internet that it's a bit forgettable. I'm not sure about that. I think Arno is a little bit too serious at times. He does come up with some quips every now and again, and starts it being a bit cheeky, but he's constantly serious. But I do think the actual that's another control issue there. Just jumped straight onto the gun, actually grabbing onto it. I genuinely think the story was really good. I think the ending was really good that it didn't want to spoil anything, but it's not a happy ending. It's in fitting with the series. And I was talking to Luke, who's a member of the website, and Rossco, who was just saying that none of the actual stories are particularly happy. If you read the book, and you play the games, you know that just pretty much everyone dies. It's all really sad. So it definitely doesn't disappoint on that level. So we're just shooting up some planes. The last plane is just kind of caught exploding. So I think it's one more flurry. I think. Go on, get him. So yeah, shoot down the planes. Front of the plane, not behind the plane. Get it blown up. Then what we've got to do is try and get ourselves up to the top and through the portal. It's a bit tricky. For those of you who haven't been onto mygameslounge.com recently, by the way, we've got absolutely tons of stuff on there content-wise. Make sure you're coming up to check on it every day. We've got stuff in the build-up to Far Cry 4. We've got stuff in the build-up to Assassin's Creed Rogue's gone live today as well. We just didn't have time to review both. So we've got Unity out there, and Rogue will follow. Here we go. This nice portal opening up for me to do a nice leap of faith. There we go, straight through, and that takes you back into your server. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed that little clip. I'm going to do some more Let's Plays throughout the week. I don't want to reveal too much of the story, so I'll try and keep it to little sections of the game that are just more a bit of fun more than anything else. For more on Assassin's Creed Unity and all the big games coming up over the next few weeks and coming months, make sure you get yourself onto mygameslounge.com and come and join the gamers. We'll see you there.